Hi, my name is Christine Habeeb, and I am presenting on the Association of Parent, Coach, and Peer-Initiated Motivational Climate with Athlete Burnout and Engagement, Direct and Indirect Effects. My co-authors include Dr. Tom Radicke and Jordan Barbie. This work comes from Jordan's master's thesis that she conducted at East Carolina University in the Department of Kinesiology. Athlete burnout is a concept that practitioners and researchers alike have continued to try and understand because it is positively associated with athlete depression and anxiety and negatively associated with life satisfaction and well-being in athletes. By definition, athlete burnout is a psychological syndrome consisting of emotional and physical exhaustion, reduced sense of accomplishment, and sport devaluation, and it's often described as a reaction to chronic stress. Athlete engagement, on the other hand, is sometimes considered to be somewhat of the opposite of burnout. Athlete engagement refers to generalized positive cognitions and affect about one's sport, and it's often consistent of dimensions of vigor, dedication, confidence, and enthusiasm. Both burnout and engagement have been linked to motivation, and specifically motivation that is socialized by parents, coaches, and peers. Parent, coach, and peer-initiated motivational climates have all been independently associated with athlete burnout and engagement. That is, mastery climates tend to be associated with lower burnout and higher engagement, while ego climates tend to be associated with higher burnout and lower engagement. Despite theoretical contentions suggesting that coaches, parents, and peers have simultaneous influence on athletes, very few studies have examined the impact of these climates on athletes concurrently. This leads us to the purposes of this study. First, we were interested in testing concurrently the direct associations of parent, coach, and peer motivational climate with burnout and engagement. Second, we were interested in testing the peer motivational climate as a mediator of the association of coach motivational climate with burnout and engagement. In this study, 150 student athletes from the same high school within the Southeast United States completed a one-time survey, and the sports that were involved are listed under participants. The measures they completed included demographic information, the 6 types of motivational climate, as well as athlete burnout and engagement. For our analyses, we focused on conducting 2 path analyses, one for burnout and one for engagement. We used the type equals complex and the ML estimator for our analytical approach. We examined model fit and used the 95% confidence intervals to assess mediation. Descriptive and correlation information are provided in Table 1. When examining the main analyses, here's a depiction of our burnout model. On the slide, you will see the 2 types of parent climates, the 2 types of peer climates, and the 2 types of coach climates, and the direct and indirect effects we were interested in examining. To highlight the interesting findings, first we saw a positive direct association from parent ego motivational climate to athlete burnout in the direction we would expect. We saw a negative relationship from peer mastery climate to athlete burnout, as we would expect. And we also saw a negative direct relationship from coach mastery motivational climate to athlete burnout in the direction we expected. When examining the indirect effects, we did see that coach mastery climate had a positive relationship with peer mastery climate, suggesting there was potential mediation, and in fact, it was a significant indirect effect from coach mastery climate to peer mastery climate to athlete burnout. In addition, the model fit to the data was excellent. For the engagement model, a very similar model setup. In addition, the model fit to the data was excellent here as well. And we have the interesting indirect and direct effects that I will highlight. First, we saw a significant positive association from parent mastery motivational climate to athlete engagement. We saw a positive association from peer mastery motivational climate to athlete engagement, as well as coach mastery climate to athlete engagement that was trending. As far as indirect effects, very similar to the burnout, there was a significant indirect effect from coach mastery climate to peer mastery climate to engagement. So the main findings of the study are that all 3 social groups matter: Parents, coaches, and peers all had unique predictive relationships with athlete burnout and engagement. And at the same time, peer mastery climate does seem to mediate the relationship between coach mastery climate and burnout and engagement. So the strength of the study, by looking at all three social actors at the same time, allows us for a better understanding of how the athlete takes in simultaneous socialized motivation. However, that information is limited by its cross-sectional design, indicating that future research should continue in this direction. So the key takeaway is that while coaches and parents play an important role in burnout and engagement through their motivational styles, it's the peers that are central to how motivational climate impacts high school athletes.